James 1:9. Let the lowly brother boast in his exaltation. This verse might sound strange at first, especially if you're going through something hard. James has been talking about endurance in trials, singleness of faith, and a God who gives generously. And now he turns to the lowly, the humble, the poor, the displaced, and he says something that feels backwards. Let the lowly brother boast in his exaltation. That's not how the world talks. The world says boast when you rise, when you gain something, when your status changes. But James isn't speaking in worldly terms. He's speaking in kingdom language, and that changes everything. James is likely writing to believers who have been displaced, scattered, persecuted, living in financial hardship, socially disoriented. These are people who have lost status. They've been moved from something familiar into something vulnerable. And James says to them not, God will fix it soon, but boast in your exaltation. Why? Because your worth isn't measured by your wealth, and your dignity doesn't come from your social rank. You are in Christ, and that changes your position forever. This echoes Jeremiah 9:23 through 24. Let not the wise boast in their wisdom, or the strong boast in their strength, or the rich boast in their riches. But let the one who boasts, boast in this, that they have the understanding to know me. James is reminding these scattered believers, don't define yourself by what you've lost. Don't rehearse what the world says you're worth. You are Christ's, chosen, heir of the kingdom, filled with the Spirit, seated with Christ in heavenly places. It's not religious poetry. That is reality, and that's something to boast in. Paul says this, let the one who boasts, boast in the Lord, not in human strength or status. In Ephesians, Paul says we've been raised with Christ, lifted into a spiritual reality that can't be touched by economic shifts or social ranking. That's what James is doing here. He's not exalting poverty, he's exalting identity in Christ. This word exalted is the same word that's used to talk about being raised with Christ. So what are you boasting in? That's the question this verse puts in front of us. When you feel overlooked, do you still know who you are? When you've lost something, does your value change in your own eyes? Are you boasting in your earthly possession or in your eternal one? James isn't minimizing suffering. He's magnifying something greater. You belong to the kingdom. You're already seated in the highest place. And that's something to take joy in, even when life feels low. If you're just joining us now, we're going verse by verse through the book of James, taking our time, slowing down, and letting the word transform us.